Wii has finally reached the end of its lifespan, and with only 2 games worth buying before the system ends, we decided to rate the games that best use the thing that got us most excited for the Wii in the first place: motion controls.
However, we're cutting out every minigame collection to simply focus on the core games. So join us as we count down the top 10 motion control Wii games
that aren't minigame collections.
Oh, and if you complain about Zack and Wiki being absent, that's because we haven't played it.
Oh, and while Donkey Kong Country Returns and Super Mario Galaxy are fantastic, they don't need motion controls to be good. So shut up and watch.
Number 10.
You know you don't have that much of a top 10 when Medal of Honor Heroes 2 actually makes it in. With ugly graphics, poor character AI, and repetitive gameplay, this game is just a dull, uninspired shooter.
However, the only reason to play it is the motion controls.
Whether it's gunning down Nazis with smooth baby bottom aiming, twisting the Wii remote to tune into radios, or actually putting it on your shoulder to fire a bazooka, Heroes 2 is some of the best motion controls on the system. Too bad the game stinks just as bad as
Roll on the 9s.
Poor Donkey Kong Jet Race. It just didn't receive the love it deserved. Sure, it may not be one of the greatest Wii games, but when it comes to using Wii Remote in unique ways, this game has it in spades.
You made a rhyme.
Wow, that's so divine.
You did it again.
Quiet, you big fat hen.
Number 8. This is for a debate.
Playing Mario Kart Wii again, I forgot just how intuitive the controls were. Steering the Wii remote around tight corners and zigzagging past obstacles feels like second nature.
Unfortunately, Mario Kart Wii suffers from an inconsistent difficulty. One minute it's smooth sailing, and the next you'll be bombarded with so many weapons, you'll lose the race and scream with fury. Fury.
Number 7. Welcome to heaven.
When it comes to hardcore shooters, Treasure is probably the king of them all, and Sin and Punishment 2 is no exception.
With so many enemies polluting the screen and assaulting your senses, you'll need quick reflexes to stay alive. Thankfully, the Wii Remote gives you the smooth precision aiming, and fighting waves of enemies no longer feels like an impossible feat.
I mean, can you imagine playing this game with an analog stick? An analog stick? You'll have to be mad. Or hardcore.
Number 6.
Red Steel 2. Without motion controls, this game would just be a repetitive hack and slasher that shouldn't be worthy of your attention. With motion controls, it becomes a totally unique first-person adventure game that is one of the best games for the Nintendo system. And it's a game where you swing a sword and fight ninjas. Who doesn't want to do that?
Number 5. I Got a Fish Alive.
It's cheesy, it's pretty ugly, and it never came to the States, but my golly if this game isn't fun.
Disaster Day of Crisis is one of those games that is so bad, it's actually good, and reminds you of the Sega Saturn days. And it makes great use of the Wii Remote, whether you're shooting terrorists, helping injured civilians, driving your car through Eruption Volcano.
Hang on, doesn't that make this game a minigame collection?
No, because you got the adventure portions.
But that's just tying the minigames together.
It's not a minigame collection. Shut up.
Number 4. I Touched a Door.
It took a while, 3 years to be precise, but the Wii finally got a first-person shooter that you know was actually good.
Not only was the controls tight and responsive, but the single-player campaign was surprisingly engaging, and the online multiplayer was just the icing on the cake. It's funny how when this was ported to the PS3 and Xbox 360, the game was made easier, even though the Wii is supposed to be the casual one.
Number 3. You're drinking my pee.
Originally released for the PlayStation 2, Okami was a critical success, but it just didn't sell well.
So Capcom ported it to the Wii, and it didn't sell well again. Either way, this is a fantastic game with a unique painterly art style and terrific gameplay to boot.
And thanks to the Wii Remote, drawing onto the world is smoother, easier, and more fun. Just how we like our games.
Number 2. I Love You.
If there was one game that truly proved the brilliance of motion controls in the early years of the Wii, it was Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. With a perfect control scheme that brought you closer into Samus's world, engaging level design, inventive bosses, and stunning graphics, MP3 proved that Retro Studios is one of the best companies in Nintendo's under the belt.
Number 1, you knew it was coming. Mario.
To be honest, when we did this top 10, there was only one game that was going to reach number 1, and that was The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
What other Wii game uses motion controls in such simple and obvious ways that it never feels gimmicky? What other Wii game uses motion controls in every crevice of the game design that it makes traditional controls feel primitive in comparison?
The answer is Skyward Sword, Metroid Prime 3, and Red Steel 2. However, Skyward Sword takes the top, picking because of one boss.
Colossus. What a boss. What a boss. What a boss. What a boss.
So wake up! Next room, come on, we gotta get up. Come on, we gotta get on to work. We gotta make the new top 10 motion control games.
What? I've already done it.
No?